Hello guys! I seem to have gotten myself into another strategy game. This time, it's not Tribal Wars here, but here with Risk. Now some of you might know about Risk from, well, the board game, right? This is just the board game but on PC, basically. It's as simple as that. And I've been grinding for a few days now. It's the 7th of August. I spent the morning of the 4th, I believe, trying to understand everything about this game fully. And I am now Grandmaster and top 181 in the world. So I thought it would be funny to make a video documenting how I got here. But first, for those of you who have no clue what Risk is about at all, basically, you play in any sort of map. There's plenty of different maps. The standard is the world map. But basically you have the world, the globe, and your objective is to dominate all of the territories of the globe. There are many ways to play the game differently. Right now, to climb up the ranks in 1v1, I am playing on this map with placements being done manually, because you can have automatic placements. You can just join around and everyone has random places around the map with random amounts of units placed around it. But, well, obviously, just like in any strategy game, if you want to climb up, you need to make sure that the game is as unfair as possible for your opponents. And, well, that's pretty much how I reached the Grandmaster. I played a 1v1 randomly, because I have been playing this with my friends these days. And I just played a 1v1, and I just came here, came into ranked 1v1s, and was like finding maps with only 1 out of 2 people. Because for whatever reason, people play 1v1s with a lot of bots. It's still a 1v1, there's only 2 humans, but I find it a bit odd. So I was like looking for games with 2 people only, and I found some guy playing on this exact map that I just showed you, the United States map, and I joined it, and he had Twitch in his name. I can drop the link in the description as well of this streamer. But basically, me having found that player made me go check his stream, and I basically understood a bit better what was going on. And so I understood what I can do to give me an edge over my opponents, and I just started doing that since then, and I've been winning games very consistently. For those of you who might be watching this game that for some reason found my video, and you actually know what the game is about, even if you don't, here's the settings, here's what I'm doing. I am always the one creating a match. You don't necessarily have to do that. Here, this player as well, for example, is playing Capital Simple World. This is also something that is used to climb up the ranks, because you can consistently win on this one. I don't have this map, but the map, I think it just allows for a much simpler game, because it has a very small amount of territories. I'm not that good on this map. I have not really tried playing it, so I usually just create my match with my own settings, and whoever wants to join has to play with my settings. So yeah, that's like the simplest way to get your advantage there. And so let's go ahead. I will give you a walkthrough the settings that I use, and I will go over the game plan basically. So I come here and I use the United States map. There are plenty of other maps. I have this one because I have the premium. It costs like 10 euros or something like that. It's not extremely expensive, and for the amount of time I've been playing the game, definitely worth it. Oh, and by the way, for the Tribal Wars people that are still watching this, that's the most money. Like, that is more money than I've put in Tribal Wars, and I've played Tribal Wars for a ton of years. I've never put a single cent on it, which I'm really proud of, because, anyway, InnoGames is questionable. Anyway, back to Risk. The best maps for this are United States and some others, but this is the one that I have. There are like 2 good other maps for 1v1s. that I don't have, 2 or 3, I'm not fully sure. But the main idea here is that we play just world domination, so you want to take all of the continents of your opponent, take all of the territories, and with the frozen territories and with fog, frozen makes it so some random places across the map will just get frozen and they cannot be interacted with, basically. And the fog makes it so you can only see territories that are adjacent to yours. That allows for you to hide your units a little bit in some scenarios, because you can hide them behind a territory of yours and make it so your opponent simply doesn't know where your big stack of units is. And you will see what I mean by big stack of units. The snow locations, there will be 3 on this map, because this map has a total of 42 territories, which means there will be 39 territories with the ice. For modifiers, here's what we do. Placement manual. The auto is the thing that I was talking about. You just randomly join a match, you have everything in random locations. It's the standard way to play the game, but if you want to be consistent, you should be playing manual, basically. And I will explain you that why. I will explain why that soon. Card bonus, we play progressive, because fixed is very luck based. Even if you are winning pretty hard, and if you are playing fixed, your opponent might just get lucky and get the best trade possible, and maybe you can't even trade, or you have an unlucky trade that gives you a low amount of units. The way cards work, for people that don't know Risk, is that in every round that you attack, you get a card. You can then trade 3 cards. Those 3 cards have like a different type of unit. One is infantry, other is like horse, and other is like some type of artillery machine. I'm not quite sure how it's called, but there's those 3. And to make combinations, you either need to have 3 of each one of those, or you need to have one of the 3. So it's not always immediate that you will be able to trade cards when you have 3 cards, which means you are forced sometimes to wait to trade. So if I were to play fixed, it would potentially give an advantage to my opponent. By playing progressive, it makes it a little bit more standard. It's not like it can't be luck based, because if a player plays first, for example, and has 3 cards and he can trade instantly, and if I have been unlucky and I can't trade my 3 cards, that will give him a big advantage. But this is less luck based than the fixed mode is. So we play progressive. AI difficulty really is not very relevant, because we're not playing against AI. So I will not even talk about that. Turn timer is also not extremely relevant. I try to play with 60 seconds, because this game can also be played on mobile. I'm obviously playing on the Steam version of the game, but the game can be played on mobile, and it takes a bit longer to do things there. So for me, it makes sense to put 60 seconds, because I can be really fast attacking and doing everything, which might make it a bit harder for the people who are playing on mobile. And here, as I've told you, as just like in any strategy game, the objective is to make the game as unplayable as possible for your opponent. Alliance is off, of course, and it doesn't really matter. We're playing a 1v1. Minimal rank doesn't really matter. What I do like here, this also doesn't really matter. You don't want to put true random ever. Obviously, that's way too random. Blitz is what allows for a more competitive experience. And in activity behavior, I always put neutral, because if you put automated, if your opponent surrenders, I believe an AI will take over and you will waste more time playing the game than you have to. So, let's start our game. And while we wait for an opponent to join, someone will have to find my game in the list and click to join. I will tell you about the whole strategy. So here is a cool map from this guy, OliveXC. I will link this playlist in the description, okay? If you are interested in learning more about it. I am basically just giving a quick rundown of what he talks about here, but he shows himself playing a 1v1 as well, and talking through every placement of units, every thought that goes in his mind, and it was pretty much how I learned how to do this. It's a 25-minute video, and it was good enough to make me go up to rank 200, right? Not only that, but also me having found the Twitch stream, whatever, you get the point. So, what this map means is this is called the disconnection map according to OliveXC. I am not the one who comes up with these names. I just started actually trying to play the game, so I'm just following others. Can't blame me for doing that. In Tribal Wars, maybe I am the one who can come up with things. Here, I'm not. I'm nowhere near being a top player. So, this connection map. What this means, basically, is, for example, for any of these territories, like for example, A13, it means that this place is connected to these territories all around it, and the sum of all the connections of those territories is 13. It's way easier to explain with the tree. The tree means that this place is connected to this 5, here, you see it, and the 5 is connected to 2, so that adds up to 3, basically. So, why is this so relevant? Well, if you want to position things as best as possible, you will want to choose the places that are more disconnected from everything else. Oh, and here the colors, of course, are the number of direct connections. So this place only has 1, it's a red place. This place only has 2, it's a orange place. Pretty simple to understand, and very, very useful, because in the 1v1, as you'll see, I will be using this, and I will be looking at this. This is what you want to look at. It's really, really important. And of course, if you want to actually play the game a lot, you have a lot of other videos of OliveXC here that I'm sure are also really good. I have not gone through any of them. It's not like you have to. You kind of just have to play one map, get really good at it, and just keep going, basically. It's really, really easy. Unless you want to join games of other randoms. In that case, I would probably recommend you to go look at this. And yeah, because that's the one drawback from creating your own game. It always takes time for people to join. As you see, no one joined yet. But it's fine, I don't mind waiting, because I'm usually like watching some YouTube video. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, the main goal here, first of all, is to force your opponent to pick specific places. So for example, if you look at the map, these hard borders, these black borders you see around the map where my cursor is, I think you can see my cursor, I really hope so, because if not, this is really awkward. These hard borders mean this is a continent, and if a player controls a continent, when his turn reaches, when it is his turn again, he gets a bonus for holding that continent. So in this situation, you have a continent here formed by only 2 territories. So if I'm the first one playing, I will want to pick the 8, basically, because it's the place of this territory, this continent, that is more disconnected. I will want to pick the 8. And then, if I do that, and the second player doesn't pick the 10, I just get a continent in the next pick, basically. Which means I will get extra 2 units when it is my turn. Which means it already gives me a big advantage, and yeah. So, that is something to pay really close attention to, the continents. I already memorized every continent of this map, I've been playing this for a bit. But at first, really relevant for you to always check on the game, because on the game itself there is a button that allows you, here actually, he is showing on the video. This world button allows you to see what is a continent and what isn't. So, you need to be really careful to not give your opponent any continent, especially if you are the second one playing, because if you are the first one playing, you can allow your opponent to get a continent, because you only get your bonus of units for holding a continent when it is your turn. So the second player can get a continent, but if I as the first player break the continent of the second player, he will not get the bonus. So it's not as relevant. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this map. It might be a bit weird to try to understand what I mean by everything here, but once we are in game, you will see me do what I'm talking about here, and also explaining it to you. So, then, another thing to know. The attackers always have an advantage. And I could go talk about the maths of this, because I was actually looking into it for a good amount of time. But basically, the bigger the number of attackers, this is quite obvious. The bigger the number of the attackers, the more of an advantage they have, of course. That's quite obvious. But the main logic is that this game is all about rolling dice. Of course, this is a board game, so you would expect dice to be involved in some way. So, as the game is all about rolling dice, every unit you have is equivalent to 1 dice. However, in this PC game, I'm not quite sure how it works on the board game. I've honestly never played the board game. Maybe someday I will. I think I actually have it. Anyway, doesn't matter. But in this game here, the attacker can roll a maximum of 3 dice, but the defender can never roll more than 2 dice at once. And why is this so game-breaking in a way? Well, the fights in this game happen between dice. If you roll, let's say 1 dice, if you attack 2 units versus 1, your opponent has 1 unit, you have 2 units. One of those 2 units of yours will stay in the territory, because it is the one that is keeping the territory be yours, basically. It's what making the territory be yours. So, you will be rolling 1 dice versus 1 dice. And when you do that, well, there is a specific chance of you winning the 1v1, and if you win, and winning means having a higher number on the dice than your opponent, not the same. If both you and your opponent roll, for example, a 2, you don't win, you lose. So it's not 50-50. It is much harder. So it's all a matter of rolling dice. I'm not sure, I think I got lost a bit in the conversation. But anyway, you roll the dice, and this is taking very long to find a player. Anyway, I hope you are not bored of not watching any gameplay and just hearing it out. Really hope not. But the dice then is, of course, more than just 1 when you have more units in the territory. So let's say you are rolling a 4 versus 2, for example. If you are rolling a 4 versus 2, you have 3 dice, because you have 3 attacking units, and your opponent has 2, because he's defending with those 2. What does that mean? That means that your opponent will be rolling, and as you have 3 dice, one of those dice will be ignored, the worst result will be ignored, and your 2 best results on the dice will go against the dice of your opponent. So you basically have a third chance of having a better roll than your opponent has. That's why when you scale it up and you add a lot more units in, the odds for the attacker become much better, basically. It really is... it might be a little bit hard to understand at first, but that's basically the general idea. So, for example, if you have a 30 against a 29, you would think, okay, well, it's probably 50-50, there's no point in attacking that. But I mean, if there is a point or not in attacking that, it depends. If it's free-for-all, it's a bit more awkward. Anyway, we're talking about 1v1. In 1v1, you always want to hit big stacks of units because of the attacker's advantage. And basically, it has to do with what I was talking about until now. The defender always rolls a maximum of 2 dice, and you as an attacker roll a maximum of 3. So you always have more chances of getting better numbers than your opponent has. So that means that if you can, as an attacker, you should always attack a big stack of your opponent. Of course, you shouldn't attack 3 to 20, that doesn't make sense. But if you are able to know where the stack, the big amount of units of your opponent is at, you should go for it, basically. And that is a way to win the game in the first round, literally. It's very simple. One other thing to keep in mind about this game is that the number of territories you have matters. It's not just the number of continents. Because of course you, as I've said, get extra troops by holding a continent when it is your turn. But you also get extra troops by holding territories. And how that works is that every 3 territories, you get 1 extra troop, and the minimum troops you can get is 3. Hopefully I will not be getting 3 when I show myself playing here. And yeah, that would be really bad. That would mean I'm out of the game, basically. But that is something to keep in mind, because, for example, we already know, as I've mentioned before, that this map has 39 territories. What that means is that if I have, for example, 20 territories, I know that my opponent has 19. And I want the number of territories that my opponent has to always, or at least as much as possible, always be under a multiple of 3. So if I see that he has 15 territories, for example, I might try to play a little bit more with luck to try to get him down to 14. Because if I get him down to 14, instead of him getting 15 divided by 3, 5 troops, he will get 4, basically. Because the numbers are not rounded up in excess. So the 14 is not rounded up to giving you 5 units, even though it normally would be in normal calculations. But that's basically how the game works. So that's always something to pay attention as well. The big TLDR is, you want to attack your opponent a lot, especially if you are the second player, because, this is something that I forgot to mention, if you are the first player, it doesn't really matter how many territories you conquer of the second player in the first round, because your opponent will always get the same number of units as you. You both get 6 units in this map in the first round. So it does not matter if you conquer all he has, he will still get a big bonus. Not all he has, obviously, but he will still get a good amount of troops. And you have an opponent here. Let's start. Because the number of units you get is the same in the first round. And that makes it so the second player has a bit of an advantage when it comes to reducing the number of territories of the first player. And the first player has to try to defend maybe a specific position. Okay, he didn't ready yet. That is really annoying. The first player has to maybe defend a specific position, or if he finds the big stack of units of the other player, just kill them and end the game. Okay, he just rejoined. So, you will see me looking at this map now. Normally I don't do anymore because I know about it now. But, yeah. So the main idea, right, is for you to have territories as disconnected as possible, as we've talked about. The idea of that is that you don't want to give your opponent a big path. Because if your opponent has like... Let's open Paint here. It's Paint time. Let's screenshot this. Perfect. So if your opponent... Holy shit, this is big. How do I... Okay, perfect. If your opponent comes here and has, for example, this area, he has like these 2 places. If he places a unit here, his units here, and he has like this territories as well, he can't get out of there. He can't attack more. He can only attack if this place, for example, is mine. If this place was mine, he could attack through here. He could go to this side. But if, for example, these 3 territories were of his as well, he couldn't get out of here. So the logic is, if the territories are more connected, there are more chances for your opponent to use them to get out of a specific location. See, here he picked this, there is a snowflake here, so I'm forced to pick this place, or I would get a continent, and this is the first one to play. It's only a +1 continent, it would not be the end of the world, but it would be significant. You don't want to give troops to your opponent for free. That's really bad. So I got this here. Now he's the one picking a place. And this picking a place sometimes really just decides how the game goes. He picked this place here because it is a little bit more disconnected than usual. These numbers, by the way, they are different based on where the snowflakes are. So this, instead of being an 8, as there is no territory here, right, it would have 1 less connection, because this place is not connected to to either of these, basically. No, I'm getting confused. This place is not connected to this, for example. It's the 10, it's not the 8. Sorry. So now here, he picked this. This is not really a good pick by him. He could keep forcing me to pick in things, in other territories, so I will pick just this, and he is forced to pick this one below. Or else I have a continent, basically. It's not the end of the world if he doesn't, because as I said, I don't get the bonus until I play, but it still is a bit risky, because he is then forced to place some units around here. And if he is... Look, he already messed up. He did not block my continent. And so, he is always forced to place troops around here, to try to break me. He is trying to go for this continent now. This is a continent, Midwest. These are the continents, by the way, if you were all this time wondering what I'm talking about. Obviously, these are not actual continents, but the standard risk is played in the world map, and the continents are actual continents. So here, I will try to just block his passage a bit. The best place in this is not going to be the 9, even though it has a lower number here. It's going to be this one, because it's more blocked. I believe. I might be wrong here. As I said, I'm not an expert in this by any means. The good thing is, even if I had picked this location, Indiana, I could still have a path here by attacking Ohio. So where did he pick now? He picked here. These two places are not even the best in this territory, in this continent. This 9 is the best, so I will pick it to make sure he is blocked. And here he picked this place, and I will just pick this one to counter. It is an 8, and that one is a 10. So that place is better, it is less connected. Now he picked another place here. I will force him to have to block this continent, because if he doesn't, I will have a continent on one side of the map and one continent on the other, which will be really hard, because then that will force him to split troops. Or if he doesn't, he just loses. That's also a way to do it. Okay, he just placed a territory here. I don't really care about it. It's not really an insane place to have. It's a 12. There were much better picks still. So it's not really a good pick. And he picked it, so he blocked me from getting continent. And I will pick this one specifically. This one is the least connected one. It's only connected to 3, while the others are connected to 5 of that continent. Let's see what he picks. I have been forcing him to go for continents, to block me in specific places. And he also has these two territories connected to one another, which means he can't, for example, like these here, for example, they are really well connected territories, which means I will be able to attack them, but also means I don't have them, so I am a little bit less connected, so it's harder for him to get to me. I feel like it might be a bit confusing for me to explain, but you will see what I'm talking about. I will pick this one. It's a good place, 6, with only 2 connections. Really nice place to pick. And by the way, it's not even 2 connections and not even a 6, because there is a snowflake here. So if he wants to get this, he's forced to play a bit weirdly. I don't want to pick this territory here, because if I pick this territory, he can attack this one directly, because there is a connection here, and he can also attack this one, obviously. So I want to be as disconnected as possible. Where did he pick now? He picked this one here, I believe. So now I will pick a central location to make sure he doesn't here, because this place is very, like, it's an 11, and even though it is an 11, it is a very central location. Like, all these places are connected still around it. It's really nice of a pick. I'll just pick around this area now, because in the corners you'll find the most disconnected numbers, and that's what we're looking for here. So let's see what he goes for. He's picking on this continent. I will pick Texas, because Texas is also really nice pick. Could also have picked this one. Not sure what that is. It's Nevada? Arizona. Fuck. And my US geography is not good. I'm very sorry. This one is an 8 still. It's a really good pick. And even better, because this is not connected. If this was connected, it would be a little bit worse, because he could just attack these all. You will see what I mean when I start attacking. But here he picks this one. Okay, which is interesting. I can still go for this one then, because this is not connected anymore. So this is really good for me. And here, as you can see, I'll wait a little bit after his pick for you to see how the strategy works, basically, because you will already see a trend forming here. So you will see my territories. They have no connections yet so far. Not a lot, at least. These two are connected. This one is not connected to anything at all. I will pick this territory, so it will be. This 4 will be connected now. And this is now my second biggest connection. It's my first biggest connection, actually, because these 4 are also connected. So I only have 4 territories connected here, and also 4 territories connected here. Now I can pick this one. This is a lower number than any other that is still available, and it's not connected to anything. So, going back to what I was saying, this is a bit fast, so I'm trying to talk a bit faster. Yeah. What this makes it so he has to do is, if he wants to attack a lot at a time, he can't. He can only attack 4 at maximum. So, here, I don't like any of these picks. I will have to pick this one here. It's a little bit better, and there's a 5 place spot here. So this might be what he tries to attack. We'll find out. Here I don't want to pick this one because of what I've said before. And this makes it so I only have 4 connected here. And let's look at him. How many connected does he have? Well, all of these are connected. All of this. This is a really, really big path that I have here. And this is all connected. So, he is the first one to attack now. And this is a bit of a gamble part, but there's not much you can do. If you are generally better than your opponents, you will win and go through the gamble part a lot of the times. Basically, here you pick places to deploy your troops. You can split them, but there's no point. If you split them, especially if I split them here, with as open of a map as I have, it wouldn't be good. So here, I have a lot of places I could place my units, because the map for him is really open. I have a really long path to attack him anywhere, basically. So I'll place them here, because I think he will place his troops around here. He will want to break my bonus. So let's see, I might be wrong, and if he places his units here, in this area, my game's over, basically. Because of the attacker's advantage that I've talked about. And this is why it's so important to have better placements in your territories. Like, you want your territories to be better placed than your opponent, because, well, like this, I have a lot of places where I could put my units. I could put them in Texas, I could put them in this area, because then it's still connected with the entire map. I could still put in southern mid-Atlantic, all of those territories. And, well, as the first player, he wants to find where my units are. And if there are a lot of possibilities, the gamble is bigger, basically. Okay, so we split his units. So he kind of just gave me the win without really giving me the win. Here, he already gave me a continent. He's taking very long. He might not even attack. See, this is the thing. He might be a mobile player. And this is not like the most competitive gameplay you are seeing right now, because he's not the best player. But it is what you need to do to go up in rank. So we put a 7 here. He wanted to get rid of this bonus, but he didn't because he ran out of time. It's a bit unfair, maybe. But you make your rules when you create your own game. Here there's another thing. The slider. If you attack a lot of units to a few units only, you might lose extra units. So there is a chart. Where is the chart? Here. Here's the chart of how many units you need to 100% a defender. And I already memorized some of them, so I will just take that into consideration. This is a 2, so I will put 6 here in the attack limit. This is a 5, so I'll put, I think it's 11. I don't have the time, so I will just put 10 and blitz all these ones. But you get the point. 7 is good. I'll blitz with everything. And that's fine. Why is this fine? I lost... I could have done more, but my turn is over. So why is this fine? If he wants to attack me here, the 8 to the 11, they are not connected, so he has to go all around. He is forced to go all around anyway, because he has to break these bonuses. If he doesn't, the game's over. But will he be able to fully break it? We will see. So there's a 5. He could conquer this and get 4. Or he could... The best pathing here is to attack this one, here. And then attack this one. I mean, it's the same thing, to be honest. You always have to attack 2 more before attacking here. Will he get lucky, though? He didn't. A 2 to a 1 is, in Blitz, 37% chance. You always should roll the dice. That's also something important, and that you will see me do. I will just 50-50 this 10 now, with 15. And get him out of here. And I lost only 5 to 10 because of the attacker's advantage thing that I was talking about. So that should be the game. He's already saying good game, and he can leave at this point. There's no point of him still staying here. Oh, I lost the 3v1. Well, that happens. So now I'll place my units here. I don't know why he didn't leave yet. You can surrender. You can just press the flag. And as you see, he got like 3 units because I have 30. So he has 9 territories. 9 dividing by 3 is obviously 3. And that is also the least amount of units you can get. So it's just really bad. The game is just over for him. And he now realized that and gave up. Perfect. And that's 1 more win. My goal is to reach top 100. And I'm not very far away from it. So let's keep it going. He was a novice. Won't get a lot of rank points by doing that. But anyway. So now, as I queue up into another match, I will quickly show you some calculations that I've done. If I find them. And I've got it. These were some calculations that I've done. In the game, you can attack in multiple ways. You can blitz, and you can roll the dice. As I was saying, blitz is usually what people use, but there are some places, some moments where rolling the dice is better. And this is just some work of probabilities that I've done. Yeah, you can call me a nerd. This is a bit nerdy, but if you are still watching this video 36 minutes in, you're also not much better than me, I feel like. Which is totally fine, by the way. And I'm definitely happy with that. Comment down below if you are still watching this. I'm actually curious how many people make it here. Anyway, the one dice roll in Blitz is a 37% chance. So, if you attack a 2 against a 1, you have 37% chance of winning with Blitz. However, and as these calculations will suggest, they may seem a bit confusing, but if you spend enough time looking at this, you will understand what I'm doing here. I went and calculated the probability of winning when you roll the dice, and it is 41.6, 41.7 approximately. So you always want to roll the dice in a 1 versus 1, which is a 2 versus 1, instead of blitzing, because the chances are just higher. It's not big of a difference, right? But it is significant. If you play 3 games, maybe it's not very relevant. If you play 100, it is, basically. And I am playing quite a few. So, it's relevant. In comparison, we have 2 dice versus 1. So, that would be a 3 against a 1, basically. And here, the blitz chance is 89%. It's almost 100%, but not quite. However, the chance of winning in dice is 57.87. So it's way worse. Way worse. So you want to roll the dice for 1 versus 1, but you don't want to roll the dice on 2 versus 1. You want to blitz instead, basically. This is all a matter of probabilities. I will show you this. If you want to read everything, then you can pause and see everything. But basically, the goal of this, of me spending time doing this, was just to understand when to use the dice and when to not. The conclusion, and I didn't even need to spend time doing this, most players don't, I'm just special in the head, is that if you are blitzing under a 50% chance, you want to roll the dice, at least until it is above 50% chance. And if you are planning on using the dice when you have more than 50% chance, just don't. Just it's not worth it. Don't. So you will see me in some games, if it gets to that. Oh, I didn't start. I'm stupid. It's fine. You will see me in some games, if it really gets to that, maybe sometimes using the dice in a big stack of my opponent. That happens sometimes. But let's say my opponent has like 20 units in a specific place, and I just want to get rid of some of them, basically. I might roll the dice on him with like a 10, for example, just to kill off a few of his units. And I might kill more of his units than he is able to kill of mine, because I'm rolling the dice and I'm not blitzing, basically. Oh, we have a match. Perfect. So let's go. I thought I would have to stop the video and yeah. But no, looks like we'll have a match. So, getting out of the nerdy shit here, because this is not very relevant, this is just to get to the conclusion that blitz above 50, roll the dice below 50. And always roll the maximum dice you can. Never roll 1 when you can roll 3. It's not how it works, just don't. So, going back to the map. He claimed this place, which is not the best claim is the 8. But it forces me to pick here, so it's kinda correct. Could be better, but it's not too bad. Let's see what he picks now. He picked here, so I go pick this. Because this is the second most disconnected place of this. You can just... I will not be going back to this all the time. So maybe if you are keeping up with everything I'm doing, maybe take a screenshot and look at it and see how it matches. Here the best one is this, has less directly connected territories. This one has 4. This one has 3. I think that's it, right? Yes, 3, 4. Yeah. So I'm just blocking his continents now. Now he will surely try to get this one. No, he didn't. He went for here. So I will pick this. Because it's the best one in this continent. And he didn't pick here. He picked in this area. So I will force him to pick this location. Here. If he doesn't, I get this continent. Let's see what he will choose to do. He didn't. So I get this continent for free. And that's a +4, by the way. So we will have, in his turn, to take care of getting rid of the bonus. That's something that we know already. Here, it doesn't really matter what I pick here, because it's not as connected anymore. As long as I don't pick this one, because this one is like really, really well connected. I will just pick the 9. Which here is not really a 9 because there's a ice here. See what it does. Let's see. This is a bit of a waiting game here. I will pause the video when he is speaking because it might take a long time. I'll just pick this one here, that's the best. And he seems to have picked this one up here. This one, yes. So I will pick this one to respond. It's the best pick there. He's picking fast now. I think he got bored. So now I'll just pick this. Force him to pick in this territory. He didn't. He's still picking here. I'm not sure why. I'll just keep picking here. Maybe get another continent. Yep, he didn't do anything regarding that. I will pick this one first, because this one is more connected. And now I have another continent. Perfect. Best pick here probably would be either this one or these here. I want to pick this one so he doesn't, because this is the best territory in that area. It's an 11 only. So I wanted to just pick it. And now I will try to pick as much in the corner here as possible, because these are very disconnected places. Pick this. And I also want him to pick this one here, because if I do, it gives him more of a path towards them. Pick this. Oof. Now this is a really annoying choice. I don't want to just give him this one, because I believe this one is a better pick. But in this specific situation, as there is an ice here, this place is not as connected, so it's not as relevant. So I will pick it instead, because he has these two connected up here anyway. So now, I'm the one who places the units. I will have to try to know where he will place his. There are two things he has to do. He has to get rid of my bonus here, in this area, and he has to get rid of my bonus here in this area. The way he could do it, well, there's multiple ways he could do it. But here, I just want to be kind of as far away from any of that. So, what I will do is put my units here, because it's very unlikely that he will ever think that I placed my units here. He will probably think I'm defending the locations or something, and I'm also taking time, so maybe he might think I'm splitting. he always picks after me. The second player always picks first. So I will just place everything there. And that should allow me, exactly, to not get 50-50. He will place some units here to get rid of this bonus, yes. And let's see what he does here, because if he opens the map a lot, I mean, as long as it conquers this one, Ohio, I will be connected to 21. So if he conquers Ohio, it's really good for me. Let's see if he does. If he doesn't, game becomes a bit harder. But it's still very doable because I have 2 connections to this place and he can only fortify 1. What is he gonna get? He's coming to the south. It doesn't really matter much, to be honest. Is he going for Ohio? Yes! Perfect. Okay. So this game should be won just based off of that. He can't go farther than that. And here, I will just go attack him. I will also place 4 units here. And try to pressure him to conquer this. Because I will try to get this and try to get a bonus there. And that will make it so he has to make a move after. I'll roll the dice. Oh no. I will blitz, but I will adjust the slider to have 3 only. So I don't lose as many. 3. Still 3. Still 3. Still 3. Still 3. 3. He doesn't have any of these continents, so I will just blitz everything here. An 8. What is good against an 8? 13. 13. And now I will just fully blitz with everything because I don't have the patience. I could have blitzed better here. But the game is pretty much dead. For him here. And I forgot to attack with this. I didn't have enough time. Also because I'm like talking and stuff. It's okay. He got plus 10. Because he has a lot of territory still. I could have done a better job at getting rid of more places. That's all because he has a really high number of places still. This 6 now is pretty well connected for me to just put more units there and go forward and attack. Which is what I will do after. You will see. But I will this time actually not forget to attack here. Oh, he lost the 6 against the 4. Against the 4 you need 9. So he was really unlucky there, to be honest. Very, very unlucky. Here. Oh, wait, I forgot. Oh, wait, he has this continent. That's why he got so many as well. I'm a bit stupid here. Don't make this mistake, guys. If you're watching me. But it should still be winnable. And that's a continent for me. And this should also be... Which one do I want to take here? This one, because it forces him to have to get rid of this bonus. And now I move my units here, because he can either get rid of this bonus by attacking this location, or then this location also getting rid of another bonus. So I'll keep this here, because then I will be able to move regardless of what it does. And now he already got a lot less troops. Because I got rid of the bonus. He was really unlucky there. He lost 2, and not just 1. And he got this continent back. So now, it really depends on what he is able to do here. He went for that, which is correct. Does he win the 3 versus 2? He needs to roll the dice, and he lost. Okay, so that should be game, basically. That should be the game. Good game. I will try to make him quit. And now he's like, he stopped reacting. I'll spam him. Also I have 18. If he conquered 1 more place, I would get 1 less unit. So that's the thing that I was talking about. If I have 18 now, he has 21 I believe. 21 plus 18, 39, yes. Wait. Yes, 39. Yes, I'm not retarded. So for here, let's play for this again. Get rid of this bonus. And I got this one. Will pressure him to play there. And I will try to get rid of all of these. Ah, that's unlucky. But it's okay. I have been getting quite lucky by him being unlucky, so I guess that's fair. Let's see what he does. He can trade in cards. Can I trade in cards? I can. Okay, so I can respond if he trades in cards. I will spam him with the lows. I think he's just trying to get me bored now, by not playing and by taking a long time. Or maybe he is like on his phone and he disconnected. That happens a lot. Yep, he did. When this happens, it's when the bot takes over and starts placing units for you. So, that's game. That's quite literally game. So this, he will not be getting more cards, so I can just do this. I can put the 4 here actually. This should be 2 plus 1 plus 1. So that's 2, I need at least, I guess 7 should be enough. And here, that's the place. Best place. I'll just put it here. Doesn't really matter. Oh! That's more than I expected, but it still worked. How 50-50 this one? Oh, wow. I'm not even thinking about adjusting the slider anymore because it doesn't really matter. The game is over, so. Okay. Yeah, the bot will now place units everywhere. And that is a win. And let's see where that places me in the leaderboard. Let's find out. Because I think this guy had an idea of what he was doing. I don't know how I missed this continent. That was a really, really bad play by me and it could have cost me the game. But in the end, I'm the one who takes the win. Just because I made him do what I wanted him to do, basically. I made him have to go around the map and do things. And that's game. He is intermediate. He's a little bit better. So almost at 30k. So that is top 161. Top 100, by the way, is what I'm trying to get. And it's 31,500. So I'm really close. Really close. I'll join another battle. And I will resume for this one when the game begins. Hi, we're back. We have an opponent. I can't see his stats, but I would show him. I would show you his stats if I could. So here, this place is blocked. This place is blocked. This one being blocked will not change the game a lot, but this one being blocked will change the game a lot for sure, because this connection is often very, very relevant. What this will do is it might allow for him to play for this area of the map specifically, and I will have to be careful of that. Why did he pick this one? He doesn't have to. Anyway. It's fine. We'll just keep picking like this. See what it will do. He will go for here, I'll go for this one. I'll just pick this one. It's the best one in that area. Force him to pick on this continent. Best pick should be this one if he does. He did. We'll just go for this one now. This continent is really disconnected. Should be nice to pick that. Where is he picking now? He's picking in this continent still. Just to make sure I'll pick this one. I hope I don't forget. At least I have not forgotten about this continent as I did last time. This one is the most disconnected one, I think. It is, yes, it's the... Oh no, it's the 8. I always mix up both of those. It's my bad. It's okay. I will pick this still. Some of the best still there. And these are also good. I'm pretty sure he will put his stack of troops in this area. I will just put my stack of troops around this area, hopefully. And then I will be able to make it so he doesn't earn as many units. The problem is, he will be able to take on this entire area of the map. So I will kind of try to pick around this area more. Try to make him pick there and make it so he's a bit stuck. And let's see how that goes. Just picking corner locations now, basically. As usual, to be honest. This... Which one is better here? Now we picked the 13. I'll pick this. I don't want to pick this, but I also don't want to block myself by picking this. I'll just pick this, whatever. So here, where could he place his units? Anywhere of these locations, these 3, could be really good for him, and he can attack everything here. However, if I place my units on this location, here, I will be close to him, and I can react to whatever he does, and I doubt he will place units near here, because he is not connected at all to this big bulk of territories here. So I do believe my best pick would either be around here and just try to force him to come to this area, or here, because then I can contest whatever he does here. So I think this is the best option, because I can react to what he does. And even if I don't choose to go after him, even if I don't have to, yeah, and he went for this area, so it's a bit obvious. Like, as long as he takes 2 of these continents, 2 of these places, he will only take 1. If he's smart, he will only take this. And he will keep the 21 blocked by a territory of mine, because I cannot attack those, obviously. I cannot attack over those. So it really depends on where he goes here now. He placed some units here, try to get this continent and force me to go there, that's okay. He attacked this, perfect for him. Will he go down? He went down this side, which is smart, but he will want to go for the bonus, or not? How smart is he? Okay. And he went for it. Okay, so this game, I can probably win. If he hadn't gone for that, he would probably win the game, because he would get a big bonus. Put a 5 here to make sure, and everything else here, and I will just go for it. 3. Oh, he has a 4 here, wow. So I will just attack this. And I can also attack this, and that will diminish his amount of territories. It should be helpful. That's a 3. That's a 3. What wins against a 17? I don't know, but I'm not sure this is 100%. It's not, so I will just go like this and minus 15, which is not bad at all. So that should be good for me. And I have to roll the dice here. Hopefully I get lucky. I don't. Which means he keeps a +1 place. It's not the end of the world. And they also have 22, which means he has 17. 17 is just below 18, by the way. So he gets only 6 and not 7. So let's see how he plays on this one. If he is going for the 2 with the 6, it could be a bit of a gamble, because he has to attack this one first, and then it's a 5 versus 2, which is not 100%. So if I'm lucky here, I already have... Wow, okay, he only lost 1. So I was not lucky. Let's see if he goes for any other territory. If he does, it's good for him. He does. Okay, so I will get only the equivalent of 15 divided by 3, which is obviously 5. I don't know why he's still going for it, but he got really lucky. What the fuck? Really, really lucky. Which is... This is quite bad for me. It really is. So I'm forced to... Oh, wow. He moved troops there. I want a 4 here, because I need to get rid of this 4. The 2 is also... this is starting to look really bad, honestly. With the 5 here I can go here, 4, 3, 2. I have to start to gamble a little bit more. I need 1 more. This, and I will put this here, and I have to roll the dice. Hopefully it goes well. It doesn't. Luck is just not on my side on this one. Which, it does happen. And he has a 3 here, so I can't really attack it. If I have a 17, he has a really big number though. I will take this regardless, because why not? And I will go for the roll. And I was lucky. Which means, I have 19, he has 20 territories, he has just under 21, so I was quite lucky. We'll get 6 units. Wait. Oh, never mind. The continent bonuses, yes, I forgot. But yeah, the game is pretty much over. It really feels hard to win when either, for example, one of these two, Montana or New Mexico, is blocked by a snowflake, or this. Because if this was not blocked, I would have 2 ways of getting rid of his bonus. Here. So I think this game is over. I think I can forfeit, to be honest. Which is sad, because I was on a pretty good win streak. But you just can't win them all. After all, this game is all based on luck and rolling dice. So it is what it is. But yeah, you've seen me lose. Let's go up again. And I'll unpause when I'm back. And this one will for now be the last game that I record. I will give you an update in, well, a few more games on where I am or if I reach top 100. So after this game ends, you will know. You will know if I was able to achieve it or not. So here's another funny map. It's not as weird as the other one when it comes to blocks. So I think I can win. If you are the first player and one of those like places is blocked, like Montana, New Mexico, South New England, you can most likely just win almost instantly if you don't make any big mistake. Because it's really, really hard to contest. You can just hold with one single place. So it's really, really annoying. So here, you pick this, I'll pick this. He went for this one, which is correct. Then we'll go for this. He's picking pretty correctly so far. Whether it is because it's the territories that are more on the left side, or whether it is because he's good, we'll find out. This is a good pick as well. I'll pick this. He seems to know what he's doing. He does seem to know what he's doing. He picked this. Now I'm not so sure about him knowing what he's doing, because this is a really big connection point. He should be pressuring me to pick this continent, which I will do to him now. Let's see how he reacts. Okay, he actually went for it. And here I will pick Texas. Let's see if he picks something on this continent. He did. Okay. Which means I will now start picking these, because these are lower numbers. New connections. Where will he pick? We'll find out soon enough, I think. Yeah, you see I'm basically trying to pick all the smallest numbers on that original map. Don't mind the economics video. I'm not just a nerd in strategy games. Yeah, as you can see, I'm trying to go for the smallest numbers everywhere. We'll take this one now. Went for this, pick this. He went for this, that's a really bad pick. He's not picking very well. We'll see how good he is. Does not seem to be the best player. He's playing with very central locations. Which one is best here actually? It's still these ones. Okay. He actually picked that. Interesting. I'll go for this place. Then I think this place sounds very good. Which one is best? I think it's this. Yeah, it is, it is. This should be the one. Oh wait. But I block myself if I pick this one. So you also have to be smart, right, when picking. I don't want to necessarily block myself here. Because if I want to go for these two territories, it would be better to just place here. I'll just chill, pick this one. Don't really like this pick, but I also don't want to pick this. See if he does. He is not picking it. Wow. That's quite annoying. So he's the first one playing. Let's see what he goes for. See, here, I do believe he could go for the left side and get all of this. So if he does that, there are multiple ways I can answer. I can pick here, I can pick here, I can pick all in this area, also in this area. Which one would give me the fastest route towards here? I believe it's probably one of these. And it would not make my game be lost if he still has some troops left here, which he would not, because he doesn't have any sort of way to attack me here if he places his troops around this side. So let's find out where he places his units. We'll lock in this. If he places his units here, the game's over, but there is no logical way for him to, and there are other places I could have picked. I could have placed my units. So let's see what he does. Let's see what it does. So now he decided to go for something really strange, like split his units. I will just go on a rampage, take this entire side of the map, put a 6 here, take this, and I'm the second one to play, so I will force him to... Like, he didn't even attack, by the way. I'm not sure if it was a bot that placed. Very well could have been. And he just gave up. We'll find out. I'm not even thinking a lot about the numbers here. Even though I should. Whatever. I talked for too long. Still he gets +3, it doesn't really matter. And it is about play, so yeah. Really does not matter much. I will just end the CM fast. 11. Need a 7 here to 100% it. I will put whatever I have left here. And go for it. Okay. Let's move this here. And let the bot place units. And this is how the ranked experience goes. It really can be boring against opponents like this that are bad. But we've already found good opponents in this video, so I can't be too mad about it in any way. Maybe I will still show you some games of mine, of me choosing where to place the units, because I feel like that is a big thing. And if you are someone who is also trying to learn something with this video, I feel like that is maybe the most relevant thing to learn. So I will pause the video and I will come back if it is necessary, or I will just come back with an update on where I'm at in rank. We'll see. Okay, hello, I am back here to think about a peaking location here. He's the first one to play, so I kinda need to hide my troops. Plenty of locations I could use here. Any of these around here are really good, as I do believe he will be attacking around this area. So what I will do is I don't think there's any value in him attacking this, and I have a continent here, so we will probably try to get there, which means I'll put the troops here. Let's see what it does, and let's see if that makes me win the game. I do believe my placement is overall better here. I even got the continent, which means, as I said, he's forced to get rid of it if he wants me to not have the bonus there. And then we'll see what his plan is. Maybe he will just split troops. I don't think he is the best player ever. He selected territories very centrally overall, so really not the best picks when it comes to that, but we'll see. Oh yeah, he will... His troops are like all around here, it seems. So he's going all in this area, which, I mean, it is a fairly closed area, but he's gonna give me this bonus for free. And he will get, even if I don't attack that, he will get +2, so it's not a big thing at all. And I will obviously attack it. But first I will put 5 here. That should be enough to take care of that. And let's go. Oh wow, okay, that's so unlucky. I know that the number is 6, I should have went for 6, I could have, but I was greedy. I was a greedy pig. 5 is like 11, no? I don't exactly know. Oh, I can just see that. Okay, that makes it easier. No. Okay, good. He gave up. Okay, well. Hello! Coming here quickly to go through another phase of picks. So here, I think my map is better, because look, he can't go after this area. It would be nice to go show point here. I'm not sure you can see this. But there is a clear border here. These are all his continents, his places. So we'll just put all my units here, because he can never attack them. And he is forced to get rid of this continent. So he's gonna go here, he's gonna get all of this, and I will 50-50 him for the game, and I will likely win. Because he will have less units, and I will just be able to take it all. So I really do think that this is a free win just based on position. But we'll find out, we'll find out. I will find out with you. Oh, he actually played really well, never mind. So, right now, he will get this +2 bonus. I can't do anything about it. So, that is actually well played. He did not have this place, but there was nothing else I could do. I had to pick this, or else I had to pick one of these, which is not good at all. So right now, I want to take over this, and I will try to pressure him into playing this area. This really is not ideal, but it is what I have to do. Let me put the slider. I don't have a lot of time actually, so I'm not sure I should be worrying about it. I'll just do this. I don't have time. I don't have time to attack with those. That's bad. That's really bad. He can just 50-50 me now for the game and win. I feel like. That is my bad. I took too long. Maybe I should use smaller time setting. But he can't move forward. He lost 8 for 10. It's not terrible, honestly. But if I had conquered this, I would have forced him to place units here. So that kind of made me lose again here. Which is totally my fault. But now I will get 15 bonus. So it's not terrible. He either fortifies this, or I will get rid of 2 bonuses. Okay, he did it. That's good for me still. I know he will have units here. Okay, 8, whatever. Whatever. I will unlock things. Don't really care at this point. It's good. That's okay. Now I will fortify back to here. He can't reach me with this unit. So he is forced to place some troops here. But +7 just placed everything here. Okay. We leave 50-50 it. I would if I was him, but he also could go badly. Okay, he's doing it like this. I mean, I guess that's fine, but extremely risky, clearly, yeah. And I will get a bonus there. Also a +2. Which kinda makes me be back at the game. Will he fortify everything in there? No. He is attacking. I mean, I don't see how this is gonna help him that much. I will just 50-50 this regardless. I'll put 2 here to have 7 versus 3, which is 100%. I'll place everything else here, which is the shortest path. Doesn't really matter. Oh, it does. This one is good. Perfect. That's really good, actually. I'm pretty much back in the game. Oh, I have 21, he has 18, which is worthy of a 50-50. And I won. Perfect. So now he has 17. It's not a multiple of 3. And let's move this here. And so he's gonna get one less unit than he would usually get. So he's not gonna place any more units there. I mean, he doesn't have to. See what will happen here. Can't take both of those. Can take one though. Is 50-50 it? Let's see where he will move that. If I was him, I would move it to here. Then it forces me to play a certain way. And I think I will... yeah, I will trade cards. And hopefully he can't trade in the next round, because that would be a big advantage. If he can, the game is over. I feel like. But it would be over if I didn't try. So, I kinda have to try. We'll put This here I can have to gamble a bit. Which is sad, but... Oof. That's a fairly big loss. How? Oh, that's so unlucky. GG. Pointless to keep playing. Unlucky. There will be games like that. It is just what it is. I'm playing against the same player for the same... for the third time in a row. And as he's good, I thought it would be interesting to record this match fully. This is a very long video. Yeah, I hope you don't mind too much. So this is a pretty standard picks so far. We're playing around this ice. Where did he pick now? Really confused, honestly. I'll just pick here. He picked this. I'll pick this. Picking this continent. I don't know what he's exactly going for there, but I will try to push him to do something else here. This. Pick this one as well, it's a good place. I don't want to just pick one of these and have him pick the other, because that's what's gonna happen regardless. Pick here. I want to have him at a point where he's like picking fast, not thinking too much about it, so I can pick these. I'll go for it fast, this. Did he see it? He didn't, okay. So I get the continent, but he is the first person to play. So he has to forcibly play around this area. So that already gives me a hint at what he will be trying to do. That really helps me there. But he has good corner positions as well overall. I'm going for these ones down here now, hopefully. But he's also very connected. Ideally, I think my location will be around this area. We'll find out. My location to place the troops at. See what I will pick. This player is Master, by the way. I'm currently Grandmaster. But this guy realistically has more experience than me. I rarely even play this. And that's another continent. So he's forced to get 2 continents right now. He just plays good game. I'm not sure what he has in his mind currently, but thing is, he is forced with a pick around here, which is a bit scary, because if I put around here, it's quite bad. If he picks this, he can attack all this thing, but he can also pick around here. So this is a bit of a 50-50 game, because we both have a lot of options. I feel like a good option for me, it really ends up depending, because he will know that it is in a place that he doesn't know. But I do think I will place troops here, because I can move down. Oh no, he does know. He does know. Because I can move down, but the thing is, then I could get blocked here. So I think it's a really scuffed game, honestly. I will place my troops here, actually. This is a really, really 50-50 game. Yep, there are a lot of different options here, for me and for him. So let's see what he picks. But he has to forcibly get rid of 2 territories, 2 continents that I have here, fully. Which he will do by having troops here. Okay. He gets plus 10. Wait, what did I miss? How is he getting plus 10? Is that normal? He doesn't have any continent. 5, 1, 4. No, he doesn't have any continent. So I guess it's normal. Yeah. Am I stupid? Am I seeing things wrong? Maybe I am. But he forgot about this continent. He completely forgot about this continent. He's fucked, I think. Oh no, he didn't. He has a 14 here. Wait, how did he get... What am I missing? What am I missing here? How did he have a full continent? It seems... Or did he not? How did he get so many units though? I'm so confused. Well, I'm forced to do this. He has a continent here, so... Actually, I will go for all of these. Because then he's forced to attack that. And now I basically just try to get rid of as many territories as I can. Can I 50-50 this one? Please give me good rolls. Oh, that's bad. I'll go for it again. Wow, 2 rolls lost in a row. Cool. Put this here. That's the most central location, whatever he attacks here. I mean, he could just attack that. But yeah, he can definitely get rid of everything. He barely used any units in the previous round, which makes him not earn as many here, but it will also make it so he is able to get rid of a lot of things that I have. And that's quite annoying. So I will not receive a lot of units in this round, unless he makes some mistake. But the good thing is that I can just take this away fairly easily because of this. Ah, if only he had been unlucky. So where's he going now? He's going around or is... Yeah, that's the correct thing to do, I think. I do think he won this one already. But I'm really confused. I really don't know if I did something wrong. Because it said he got a +10. And I'm really, really confused because I'm pretty sure I had all the continents, no? Maybe you guys watching this can type in the comments if you saw me doing something wrong. I kind of have to gamble here. I need a 3 here and I need to be lucky enough to break them both. Because if not, it's a bit fucked. Wow, and I lose 2. Okay. I mean, I have another chance here. Yeah, this is not looking good. I also have to gamble here. That's not... Yeah, that's not gonna go well. 19. If I get 20, he will have 19. It does not much of a point. But he will get 2 continent bonuses this game is over. That is really strange. If someone who is good at the game is watching this, please let me know what I could have done better here. Because I honestly don't see it. I don't see what I could have done differently. It's really odd. He seems to just have gotten a +10 in the beginning. But how? Like, what did I miss? I think I had everything, like 1 piece in every continent at least. Doesn't make much sense to me. Anyway, this one is over. GG. Okay, we have another good game here. This guy might be the guy who's picked the best yet. Maybe out of this video, not sure. But basically, my longest path I have here is like this 6 here. And as well, here there's some path. So let's see where it will place his units. I do believe I will pick this place, New York, because I can get all of this area. This place is blocked, and I can split them up into effectively and make it so he can't attack this area, and he kinda is forced to. So let's see what he does. Okay, he's split. What the fuck? Okay.
Are you making a video?
Yes. Welcome to the video. So here... I like split everything, it's so strange. I will just accumulate all. Perfect. Okay, so that gives me a lot of continents. I will fortify this into here. Because he kinda has to attack this way if he wants to block to get rid of this. And also to get rid of this. Or he just goes from this place. That's true, I didn't think of that. I should have gotten this place as well. That will allow him to get everything I have. I should try to go for these first. He moved everything there. I will get this bonus now. He can't attack it. Yeah, he literally can. That's dumb. I mean, I am blocked here with the 15, sure. He didn't do what I expected him to, but still not good for him. So here I will probably attack through this way, depending on where he puts the unit. If I see units here, see where he fortifies. He's going to attack. Ah, I fucking forgot this. Okay, can actually get this, sure. Maybe he's unlucky with the 3 though. And time is running out. Time is running out. He didn't attack me because the time ran out. That's awesome. Ooh, that's not good. Roll the dice and pray. GG. He will get that bonus, but I will get much more. What is this? It's a 2? No. So now I will bump this to here. And I think it's... I mean, it's looking really good. Because he allowed me to get this bonus. I didn't play flawlessly, by any means, but... let's see what he does. I don't think he does anything. He doesn't want to do anything. Did he just give up? He might have just like closed the game on his phone. Honestly, that's fair. I mean, I do think the game is a bit over, because he can't clear all of this shit, ever. But I'm not sure he had to quit just yet. He could use this tree and try to catch things here. But yeah, he did give up, so this one is a win. GG. Well guys, I've not been playing the entire day, but it's about 6-7 hours later than the last time you've heard me in this video. And let's just say it's not looking good. I, as you can see, have gone down in points, and I'm rank 300. It really is hard to go up in rank, I feel like, because it really is really odd, because today in the morning at like 9 AM, around 9 AM, I was finding people consistently, and they were not very good at the game. I really think it has to do with the amount of maps that are open, because now everyone can just come here and join, and there's like 10 different ones, and people will pick the map that they know how to play. People will actually like read the settings and see what they are getting themselves into. While in the morning there may be like 2 or 3 matches open, and so the newbies who just want to play a game, they will come here and they will much more likely just get stomped, basically. Because now I've played games against people that seem to be in like fresh accounts, but they like know exactly what they are doing. So knowing who to battle against and knowing when to battle seems to be very, very important here as well. Because you don't find the fucking top 1 guy playing now. You don't find him playing now. His numbers are not going up. But maybe during the night or at a time where there are not many matches open, maybe he's the one who has a game open, and maybe he is the one game that the newbies join, and he can farm 3 ranked points off of him. This all happens because the ranked system of this game is a bit bullshit. The main idea is that you always get points no matter what, but obviously you get less points if you are playing against people that are on a lower rank. Which makes it so, it basically is, it's not impossible, but it is really hard for you to consistently go up, especially since at prime time, which might be around now, there's like 10 games open, people are constantly joining games, there's like a simple world open. This guy is a tryhard for sure. He's like doing the same thing, he's doing Capital Conquest, Simple World. That's one of the one of the ways the Olive XC guy mentions the how to play. Look, 1v1 on Simple World Cups. It's around this time that the guys who want to go up will be trying to climb, and so they will also be met with good players joining them that know what they are doing, which is what happened to me. People playing against me at like 9 AM, they had no clue what continent, like what was a continent and what wasn't, so I would just get continents for free in the picks, and they would also just not know where to pick. They would completely ignore the logic of the disconnection map that I've showed you and I've been showing you throughout this video, and they would just like pick randomly basically. So you kinda have, if you are planning on going up in this game and consistently, you should be able to, like ideally it would be nice if you were able to play at a time where there is not many people playing, so that your game is like one of the only games that appears here for people to join. Like now, it might be a good time because there's only one game open. That might be something to look at. That might be something to look at, and it might be a part of the strategy of going up in this game. I'm not sure, but from the experience I've had, I do believe it is something important to pay attention to. So yeah, I will leave you guys here with this video. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you did. Obviously, I don't record videos of this game for this channel, and I don't plan on recording necessarily more videos of this game. The game is nice, and I obviously would like to learn more about it, but it's also a bit repetitive. I have been playing the same map all day. Of course, I mean, you can just tell me that I can look for a different map and play in a different way, which is true, but the logic is more or less always the same, and if I was playing, for example, a Capitals map, it would simply last much longer. Like, there are other ways to approach this, but first, they require having the map, and I only have this United States map, because I bought premium, but I didn't buy every single map pack, and I don't have the Simple World pack, and I don't have the what was the other one that it shows here? The Jules Verne's. I don't have this, and apparently those maps are also really good. So it's not like I can just make the game less boring by changing map. It would require me to pay, and I did buy map packs, as you have probably seen. I have different map packs, but these fantasy lands come with premium that I have, these fantasy maps. They also come with premium, and apart from that, I just bought maps from the real world, because when I bought this, I was not at all expecting to actually try to go up in rank in the game, and I didn't even think about like what maps are better, because for me it didn't make sense that some maps would be better than others or more competitive in any way, because in reality they are not. But the reality is that for these 1v1 maps, as I've told you a lot of times throughout this video, the best way to play it is to make the game as unfair as possible for your opponent. And if you are able to do it through some maps better than others, well, you ideally want to go for those, if the only thing you want to do is actually go up. But I just bought these maps like these, that are like real world maps, because I think it is simply funnier to play Risk on real world maps. Although the other maps can also be funny, but I do feel like these are like funnier. And a lot of these maps are maps that are used in free-for-all all the time. I see this map, especially this map, be used in free-for-all all the time, and it looks so nice. It's such a nice map, and it's even nicer because it is a real world map. So yeah, that was my logic in buying these, and yeah, I think that's about that. That is about that. If you want to go up, oh, also another thing, if you like lose a game versus a player and he's like very low elo, you don't want to play against him again. He might try to join your game again if you instantly make another game, but you should either just kick him out, and like I've had a lot of situations where I just kick them out and they keep joining over and over again. They're just really annoying. So to combat that, I literally just logged off the game, stopped looking for a match, and played the Brawl Stars match. That's like 5 minutes or so, and then they will get bored. Actually, I've had times where that was not enough. I literally had, like, maybe a space of like half an hour or so, where I had a guy, like, literally wait for me to create a match. I don't know how, like, these people have no fucking lives, I swear. Some of these people really looks like they have nothing better to do. So you have to be aware of that. If you feel like you are struggling against a guy, if you feel like he knows what he's doing, you should not play against him as much as you can. That's how you actually go up. It's sad that the best way to play the game is to avoid good players, but the game is purely luck based if the players actually know what they are doing. So yeah, as usual, make the game as unplayable possible to the person you're playing against. And if that is like a noob who has no clue on what he's doing, better for you. Maybe you will not feel good about winning that game, but it will feel better when you have more ranked points. So that's about it. That's all. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was helpful. Maybe some people are actually looking at this video that have never watched me before, which would be funny. Hi there, if you still are watching here. I doubt anyone is. Maybe people actually will watch this. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. That's about it. I hope you've enjoyed. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye. Hi there. I am just passing by to end this video and to tell you that I've done it. I am officially below top 100 and I am very well into top 50. And, well, not sure I will be playing this much more, but feel like I had to add this to end the video and to show you that I have reached the goal. And that's it. I hope you've enjoyed watching this one, and I'll see you on the next time. Bye bye.